Hello, this is Great Man. It's show on this Tuesday. Hope everybody's having a great Tuesday. It's been a gorgeous Tuesday afternoon, evening, whatever you want to call it, out here in Greenville, South Carolina, on the East Coast, near the upstate of South Carolina. A lot of people are getting a little bit crazy. If you follow this guy called All Elite, I think that's it. Some AEW. That's all he does. He talks about AEW, and people have been attacking him about what he likes and stuff, and AEW and stuff. That's all I talk about here. I don't talk about the other show and the other wrestling organizations there are out there. I can't even keep up with all of them. I'm not a big fan. I used to be a big fan of the other one. I worked backstage for him one time. This is a volunteer thing. Well, not volunteer, but through a company. And I don't even watch that show anymore. I have merchandise still with stuff on it and everything, but I wear shirts and things that I've done in the like backstage work or something here or stuff like that. And you work your butt off for half of that stuff back then when I was younger. I have a WCW pass that's autographed by two wrestlers. I have their pictures I bought several years ago, back before the stuff got jacked up in the price. I have a lot of lanyards and passes and stuff I worked and places I've been, and I didn't go backstage, and some stuff I did. Or I got a good seat and I still bought the pass anyway. I've got a lot of autographs and met a lot of cool people. I still meet a lot of cool things. And back then, autographs were easy to get in my days. You walk up to the people, you didn't get charged. Once you get charged today, like for the stars now, like Tully Blanchard, I got free because he came to a high school, my old high school. I found out he was coming, and I told my brother, get this autograph for me because Ric Flair done signed it for me free. Back at a car show. It used to be around. And not a car show. Yeah, it was a car show. Or something that came to over here in Greenville. The car show. I remember Ric Flair was going to be there, and I pulled that thing out and had it autographed by him. Back days when you have telephones and phones to take pictures and, stuff back like that in the day. I had my picture taken where I met Rusty Wallace. I have NASCAR drivers' autographs. Wrestling. I won Dusty Rose's autograph off of back when WCW was doing this special show with him on TBS or Turner. I don't know. I think it was on Turner TNT. It was one of them. I have that show recorded on DVD. Also, I took it off of VHS and used to do some big time special shows and stuff like that. And I don't know why people get upset because, I support AEW. I wear my t-shirts out there. And a lot of people, always ask me about things and stuff that I have gotten my hands on. And like now I was wearing the Sting jacket I have. And that's the AEW one. And it's like the AEW sweatshirt kind of thing I wear, lightweight. It's kind of cool. And everything. And everybody's, ooh, that's a Sting jacket. Yep. I have a WCW with Sting flat top on the back of this jacket. It says WCW on the front. It's white. The blue sleeves on the back has Sting on the back. It doesn't fit. Well, I kind of wore it a couple times when I could wear it, but now it's hanging in my closet. It ain't going nowhere either. That one, I can't see no more like it since. I have another organization in my closet too. I have a DX jacket hanging in there in my front closet. I have wore that one. It's leather. It's kind of in bad shape. I bought it pretty cheap at the time on eBay. That's where I found most of my cool stuff. And I have the AEW Sting t-shirt, the one that he first started wearing on AEW. I have one that's got the scorpion on the front like he's been wearing now. I have a TNA Sting shirt. It says it's Showtime on the back. It's in my collection. I'm thinking I wish I could get that one redone. I've been trying to find another one in bigger size, like a 5X. Because that's like a 2 or 3, I think it is. I hung on to it. It's kind of because it's rare. Because that's his very first shirt in TNA. I used to have a whole bunch of others in my collection. I used to have the mask. I don't know what happened to it. I thought it was still at my parents', but stuff like that got disappearing. I used to have all the figures and thing, and I ain't got no room for that. The only wrestling belt I have is a WWF, the Wing World Heavyweight title that I actually won that off of another podcast. They used to do wrestling and stuff. They slowed down since they ain't got no time hardly for it like they used to. They only do like one show a week and hardly even doing that now. I've been doing my show for over 3 to 4 years. I have done over 500 episodes. I try to do this every day because I love doing, I always wanted to be a radio person on the radio station playing music because I'm the biggest music person ever. I love my 80s and 70s and 90s, and I played in the car like crazy. I have Sirius XM in the car and on my phone and everything. And, I reached out to that guy for that elite thing. He does AEW. He does it by video. I don't like people getting picked on. I used to get picked on in high school, and I still get picked on. People I went to school with are still treating you like a. Back when they did in high school, they don't even, some of them will say, hey, some, is treating you like trap still. Grow up, okay? Just grow up. This ain't high school anymore. This is like, we're losing a lot of people we grew up with and stuff. It's been kind of rough on a lot of us, and, I'm trying to live, my dreams and trying to, I'm almost fixing to be turned 50. And that's kind of really like, I don't know which way to turn or which way to think about it, in September. And I don't know why people want to, still treat you that way. And that's why I went to the last high school reunion. Everybody still, treated you like, okay. I've even mentioned it to people and they just blow it off. That's why I'm glad that one didn't happen the last time. But I hate to be like that, but, I know I'm kind of venting. I never really vent on these things, but I'm kind of like, okay, it's time to take it up a notch. I've been doing security for, I don't know how many years. I've been in and out of it, but most fun I have is in retail most of the time. When I could stand and stuff and do that. Now I can't even hardly stand and walk much. But I can still walk and try to enjoy things. So I went to the Heritage Museum and see Andy Warhol stuff. I'm always walking with a cane, but I end up pushing myself to the stream. It's like I want this management job, manager of a wrestler. One time only. That's all I'm asking, Tony Khan. That's all I keep pushing the button here. Do I have to come out with a video and push it on YouTube? I don't really want to go that route, but they don't call me. I got nicknamed Great Man back in high school. And that's how this is called started, and I've been going with it ever since. And I used to do radio DJing and stuff with cassette tapes, sitting in my grandparents' house, hook the microphones up and record myself talking. And I came up with this character. I don't know where this character came up with and everything. And he started off with this guy called Emor James. I don't know where it came up with. Where I came up with him is just, that's where I rolled with it. It was like a special person you talk to, and there he was, You kind of did all different, I used to do different voices and all kind of stuff when I did these things, and I don't even know where half of these cassette tapes are. I remember when somebody got a hold of one and listened to one, it was kind of funny. Back when I was working my first job in grocery, I did my first crazy parody tape. It was like a Star Trek with Ingalls, with Crisco sold out, and something about, with the new Star Trek where they killed off Captain Kirk in the movie. It was kind of all put together that way. It was kind of funny, but at the time it was crazy because I did all kind of weird voices with it. It is hilarious, you know. You get to know a lot about me and stuff, and it just hurts me, when people get attacked. I've got attacked a couple of times for commenting on something, and people just, come at you wrong. That's back when I started my podcast on Facebook, and I got stuck under my logo because I was commenting on something because I was already there, and somehow they mistook it a whole different ball game on me. Tell you I was hiding behind my logo. Come on, dude. I like my show, and I like, doing it on Facebook and wherever else, anybody listening to it. I have fun with this. That's my life. And I'm starting to try to almost near making money on this again. Haven't done it in a long time. I have a lot of money when it comes up. It's another $5 more and I have it. I listen to all these, I only put these things in there just to make a little money off them. The commercials and stuff in my show, and they always come from here, locally Greenville stuff. I'm almost nearing 600 episodes. From January next year, it'll be 4 years or 5. Started this in 2019. And I've had a lot of good celebrity people on here. I had one wrestler person. It was if you ever heard of him, you can look him up on YouTube. I can't think very well. Shoot. He even has one wrestling card from the NWA Wrestling. Wonderama card in 1988. Can't even think right now. That's bad. David Osley, there we go. He even wrestled with the Road Warriors. I have that video. He got taken out by Road Warrior Hawk off the top rope and flipped him in air. I have that video actually posted on my YouTube. Like I said, if you look up David Osley on YouTube, you'll find out who I'm talking about. Telling him he comes up in wrestling for Jim Crockett Promotion, Vince McMahon, and everything. I want to mention that one time. He wrestled pretty much everywhere. He got beat up a lot too. He was the one that came out with North Carolina colors. That's where he's really from. And now he's living in Tennessee. He comes to Greenville occasionally. I ain't seen him in a while. I have usually occasionally talk to him, but he's always posting stuff about people he wrestled, and he wrestled Sting before. I have seen that video. He has wrestled Arn Anderson. He's a good friend with them. Ricky Steamboat. I tried everything to get Arn Anderson's autograph. I couldn't come up with $40. That's kind of hard on me. I even reached out to Arn trying to talk to him and see if he would help me out there. Because I would love to have if I hadn't known Lex Luger was part of that Four Horsemen on that thing, I would have got it. But I couldn't afford that one either. I took people's pictures, Lex Luger and everything, and I'm not going to Comic-Con this year. South Carolina Comic-Con this year. They had Sting this year. They had Darby Allin the first time I went. And they had some other people, Kane and stuff. I got pictures of that. And some other things that I would go. But Sting is my main thing right now. I would love to meet him one time and have a picture with him. I seen him wrestle live here in Greenville during the first WCW Nitro here at the used to be Balo Center before they changed the name in 2000 and no, that was in 1998 was when I went to that. I remember standing in line in tickets at the old Greenville Brave Stadium and everything. It was the most. Got to meet Tony Schiavone for the first time there and got his autograph free. He's charging for autographs at this wrestling show at the comic book store. It's Comic-Con. I got his free. Just standing in line and didn't have to pay a thing on a WCW picture. And I got 2 of the Nitro girls that time. I have those pictures in my autograph book. You can tell where time's come a long way from 1998 and stuff like that until now. It's sad when, you know, ball players. It's okay about, you know, I can understand some things, you know, but these charging so much to get an autograph or a picture taken, or you only get one or both. That's ridiculous. I got a picture of myself with Arn Anderson in the background on one of my pictures. I got lucky. I got my selfie with Arn Anderson in the background. He'd have looked at the camera, it would have been cooler. That's one way I got something. Arn Anderson was looking at me funny. I don't know why. A lot of people, like, they know me or recognize me from somewhere. I get that vibe when I've been around things. Don't know why. I used to go to wrestling back in 1985 in Spartanburg. My grandpa took me to the first wrestling event in Spartanburg. And the video, the taping they used to do for Mid-Atlantic and Worldwide. You know, you don't forget those. And I wish I had those pictures. And all my cards are with those pictures. And some of those cards I can't even replace. That's sad, but that's what I get for leaving stuff behind. Didn't even know I left them behind until I go looking for cards. Trying to figure if I had this person's card before I have to, you know, get one. At the time of David Isley, got autographed by him. I have Sting's rookie card. It took me a while with that one. I finally got my hands on another one. The ones I'm having a hard time with is the 85 All-Star wrestling cards. Because I used to have the Mil Mascaras, Ric Flair, and a lot of other wrestlers in that. And Ric Flair and the Mil Mascaras is the most hardest one to get. I can't even get Ric Flair's. There's no hope of that one. Because everyone's jacked up in price. And everything. I ain't going to stay over here too long. I've just been venting a little bit. Well, I hope everybody has a great week. And I'll be back tomorrow for the Wednesday where we talk about AEW Dynamite coming up. And you got Thursday's Downtown Alive. I'll be talking more about that. I don't know what's going on with that. You can probably go up on my Facebook /GreaterMan45 and check out the bands that will be playing downtown for Friday and Thursday. If you're downtown and you want to go check out the Country History Museum, you go check out the Warhol here in Greenville, the Warhol art exhibit. You can't take no pictures while you're in there. You can take pictures of other stuff, but you can't take pictures of the Andy Warhol. The Kenny Rogers, I don't guess you can take all you want with that. Didn't say signs on that stuff. Boy, I don't know. Let's go check it out. Alright, this is Grady Man for Grady Man Show. Peace, I'm out. Let's suck it to me time. We ain't done that in a while.
Now, folks, it's suck it to me time.
Suck it to me, honey.
Well, I've never been bold before.
Hey, it must be suck it to me time. Suck it to me?
Suck it to me, suck it to me, suck it to me, suck it to me.
Suck it to yourself.
Suck it to me?